Hey everyone. Sorry for the technical difficulties starting off this race. We will try to get the screens swapped. They're just not behaving right now, but here we go. Yeah, so welcome to the second race, the wisdom race between yet another Bonk and rival archery aces here in the second round of Open League playoffs. I'm Drossi. I'm here with Radical Sniper. How are you?
I'm doing great. Yeah, apologies again for the little technical shenaniganry going on here, but we are getting this all going. Both runners deciding to do a very traditional start to the cross keys, going for Witch's Hut and probably a Houlihan. We do have the pseudo boots, and that still gives you enough distance or enough to work with on the bonk to do these bonk setups.
Yeah, which is nice. I mean, of course, if you have a bomb, you can do it with bombs as well. Oh, and we have, that looks like Magic Bat at Useless Fairy.
Yes, it is. And of course, both runners going for very traditional Houlihan setups today. This is still kind of the meta for a lot of runners, so I can't say I'm a big fan of the play, but I understand why it's popular.
Yeah, I mean, you can't exactly farm Blind Sut to pay Bottle Vendor if you don't know where Blind Sut is.
I just figure I'm going to get money anyway, right? You know, it's okay.
Yes, and now watch them get like 300s.
Exactly, and that's why I don't do it. I could also, you could also say, well, you get to check a couple of entrances, and that's fair too. So, as we find out that the CAC or the Lake Hylia fortune teller is the wrong side of Ice Rod Cave. And yeah, what we're gonna try to do is try to make sure that we can get the naming convention here somewhat consistent, as we've got two names that are pretty much variations or very similar sounding names of Alkaline of some sort.
And the Houlihan did work out well for Alkaline Ace because they found a shop and just bought bombs, while Akayaline um, went and farmed bombs from under the bushes south of Grove.
And we do get the blinds. See, we could have farmed rupees from Blindside. We just
Good thing to have bombs at least going in here, and Alkaline Ace is going to steal a small key from the back of Desert in case we find the front of Desert.
yeah, definitely a curious choice. I don't know if we'll see much play with that move.
Oh, there's the 300 I was talking about.
And also our big key to Hera.
Yeah, along with the TR small and the pod small, and we saw another pod small in Sanctuary, so if we find pod, we'll actually be able to do a bit in there. Oh, and just to further confuse things, Akayaline is she, her, and Alkaline Ace is he, him, and I apologize if I misgender the runners just because of their similar names. I will try to remember she on the left, he on the right.
We do find the top of Paradox Cave at the library. I'm not going to go for it right now with only 2 bombs. You could get the items, I guess, but it's not going to be pleasant.
And there's the Smith, not too far from his vanilla home, which means if we do Smith Chain, it shouldn't be too bad.
Provided we find a mirror.
And, Titan's mitts to begin with,
Of course.
because mitts aren't necessarily required in entrance rando. There's a GT small. Always nice to have one of those in your pocket. Makes routing easier when you want to grab the stuff from the basement.
We also find a rupee farm spot down at the Bombable Hut. Not a huge deal right now, but maybe we need it at some point. But realistically, at this point, with that 300 and the other rupees we've been able to grab, we should be fine for the rest of the seed.
Too bad we couldn't do this on the festive overlay.
Yeah, we've got to anybody who is in the community, the festive went live last night. So,
And the Zazacs wear earmuffs, for instance.
oh man, it's those are the sprites that we've used the last few years, right?
Yeah.
I do love the festive Zyzax.
Of course, one of the big things is it does kind of change behavior. Like freestanding items are in gift boxes, so it does affect routing, so we couldn't use it, unfortunately.
And I didn't even think about the fact that that was Spiral Cave at Light Archery game.
Yeah, I believe both runners have seen it at this point.
Yeah, and I'm not exactly a big fan of it.
Well,
I don't think anybody really enjoys Spiral Cave.
yeah, but it's not the worst connector to take just because Sanctuary is so close. So you can always save and quit to Sank and be right back here to make up for it being a one-way connector. Okay, what do we got at Magic Bat? Oh, right, that's Sank.
Yeah, Ace was able to start there and find that out.
Yeah, for some reason I had mentally been, oh, Sank got us to CAC, must be the well, and hadn't thought about that, oh, no, it's Magic Bat. And here's the top of Paradox Cave for Ace.
And it looks like they're
Actually, for
both
both
going for it.
runners. Watch out
Ace
for
in a
those
little bit more
molds.
danger, but both are through. I do like that play to buy the bombs for a K-line. Like, that's a good play to work with this. But we'll see if we can get anything out of Para 5. We're finding some keys early, but unfortunately... Ah, there we go. The first big find of this race is the glove.
I'm sorry.
You also find that Ether Medallion, not as valuable for a while, but definitely getting a glove. We're going to see the bottom of Paradox Cave, and that is at Zora Waterfall. Kayline's going to go for this bomb jump here, see if maybe we can get up to... Oh, we're going to check out the middle exit and find that out it's on the desert ledge. Okay. Good timing for... Oh, and I'm surprised. Yep, there we go. A K-Line is going to buy at least an upgrade of some sort. Going to buy the bomb upgrade. Skip out on the arrow upgrade. I don't hate it. I love buying a bomb upgrade as Ace does find the bow. And that appeared to have been in Meyer Shed, so... We do have the Cackwell in the Cackwell spot today.
Imagine that. Kind of funny finding all the Paradox Cave entrances.
Yeah, not too bad. All light world. A K-Line did take that middle one, as we do get the flute. Wow, talk about mobility in this one.
Yeah,
Glove and a flute.
always nice to get it in CAC where you can activate it immediately. The cape could potentially be interesting if we get a Dark World connector and a mirror. We could check the Aga Tower entrance.
Well, and we do have a bumper connector in Kakariko right now. The front,
Oh, yeah.
sorry, the Cac shop was one of our bumper entrances. And there is the backside of Hookshot Cave. I agree with not going through for now, as we find Eastern Palace. And Meyer. So that is 4 dungeons in Kakariko. We had Thieves, the North Side Desert, Meyer, and Eastern, all in Kakariko. I personally am in a disagreement over skipping, but, you know, personal preferences. There's our Ganon in the Lost Woods today. Not a terrible location. Gonna be pretty happy to have that one out of the way. And there's some more money, so we're getting well stocked on the money side of things. Definitely gonna be able to work with that if we ever find our way over to Zora or even Dark World. Bush crabs, not great today, just giving out the single rupees. And that hookshot connector leads to the Link's House Bonk Rocks. And Kayline's going to go with this and at least check out the Hyrule Castle in front of an Uncle spots. Lumberjack was vanilla and it was worthless. Not a bad find. Not bad knowledge to know that we don't have to worry about that one today.
Definitely. And maybe Useless Fairy again, and we don't have to worry about that either.
And we found out where our exit of Spiral Cave is. It leads to the Lumberjack house. Hey, vanilla uncle as well.
Actually, have we? No, we haven't checked the drop down at Hyrule Castle yet, so Ganon could still be there.
No, we saw Ganon is at Lost Woods.
Oh, Ganon's at Lost Woods, okay.
Yeah. And this was the Hyrule Castle drop down, so.
Oh, right,
Uncle.
you said Vanilla Uncle. Sorry.
Yep, no worries.
I was busy actually researching, trying to get some information on these teams' histories. It's actually kind of interesting. Both of these teams were in the playoffs last season. Both of them exited first round to teams who are playing in the Invitational playoffs this season. So yet another Bonk was beaten by Last Locationeers in the playoffs last year, and reliable Archery Aces were beaten by Blue Balls United, now Bolas Azules. And in both cases, they took the series to a full 5 games. So these are solid teams if they can, take teams that are now in the Invitational to 5 games.
And even more importantly, in some regards, those 2 teams you mentioned were or are part of invitational playoffs this season.
Yeah.
Actually, fun fact, all 4 of the promote teams from last season were playoff teams this year.
3 of 4.
Who did I miss? Who wasn't? Oh, the Foxes.
Yeah.
My bad. Although I can say that 2 of those teams are already knocked out.
Right.
And the other one is at risk with a Game 5 coming up this weekend, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. That'll be the first Invitational League Game 5 this season. Last Locationeers versus Tile Roomies Saturday afternoon.
So Kaline is in Eastern Pal. It's going to check this out. I love always checking out Eastern as we do get the Thieves small key. And Ace is going to try for this Dark Cross. This is always a tough one to make your way through.
Yeah, well, blue mail helps.
Yeah.
And at least it's not Randomizer.
I mean, that's a benefit.
And it was just for some bombs, but looks like Ace is
Going for the Death Warp.
okay. Okay, I was trying to figure out. We don't have a small key to get to the back.
No.
Speaking of small keys, Akka is onto the big key chest in Eastern. Ooh!
And there's a huge find this early in the game.
Yeah, out of logic mirror, that is logically lamp locked.
But I can't imagine we care at all. That's the item you want to see in cross keys.
Now finding Meyer there is interesting because pseudo boots do not let you bonk that gap. You need either the hook shot or real boots to get through the first room of Meyer.
And our right side of Hyrule Castle is on the mountain. So, we have ways up here already, and we have a nearly vanilla Hera.
French vanilla. Akka doesn't have any arrows. I was wondering, okay, yeah. Kind of need arrows to do anything in there.
Yeah, the bombs are just a little expensive to use.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be another fun thing with the festive. Have you seen what replaces bombs there?
I have not. I want to play a festive, and I will try to soon. It's been a busy week so far.
Yeah, they have these, like, unlimited shootable explosives. It's pretty cool. Meanwhile, Akka here is farming... Not Akka, Alkaline. Is farming some arrows out of desert.
Really heads up play.
He did steal the small key, so I'm wondering if we will see right side desert from him after he checks all the obvious stuff. Ooh, small key on the torch, which we can't get.
And I think you're right that this is going to be a safe scum. We've got an easy way back up to the mountain. Ace has flute, so not a terrible way. I thought we might get that, but no. Gonna wait on it for now.
Well, we can do Hera now, at least. And meanwhile, in GT, we found another small key on a torch that we can't get.
It's great. We find all these things that are on torches or, bonkable, and we just have no way to bonk.
Now, we do have the Hera Bicky. Ooh, there's the ice rod in Hera Basement Cage. So we can go upstairs in Hera. We can't beat Moldorm without either the hammer or a sword. Yeah, let's see how Akka plays Desert here.
Well, and Akka didn't actually steal the key. So
the
bigger question is, do we see this as maybe a connector check? And that's what it looks like we're going to see, is we're going to at least check the left side desert exit. And it's the Meyer area.
Sort of, kind of French vanilla.
And I really like this play, is, you've got that mirror. Let's exploit it.
Well, the archery game, too bad it's not reliable archery ace is finding that first.
That means Ace is going to find the boots first for the bonks.
No doubt. Oh, wow. Did you see that Hera Compass chest in the...
Yeah, very amazing hammer find.
Yeah. That is incredibly fortuitous. We will be beating the boss here.
Yeah, talk about an early advantage for Ace. You know, misses out on the mirror, but instead finds the hammer in Hera. And, you know, that's a tough play to make for a K-Line, is to say, I want to go into climb Hera without a weapon to kill Moldorm. Turns out one of the ones you could use is upstairs.
So here we have our first boss fight in only 20 minutes or so.
Great timing for cross keys.
Yeah.
And there's the pearl.
French
Oh my
vanilla.
gosh. Wow.
So Hera clearly the play here. And a crystal, too. So yeah, Akka needs to make her way back to the mountain.
Yeah, the only problem is I don't know if that is enough for you to say, I'm gonna go and climb Hera.
Yeah, what dark area is Ace now in?
This is Old Man Rescue.
Okay. Well, here's Akka back at the mountain.
Well, with that boomerang, at least even checking the Hera stuff's a little bit easier. Don't even have to worry about ammo.
Also, the hammer will get us across the top of Death Mountain.
Unfortunately, the only way Ace knows to do that is to go back to Hyrule Castle and climb back up.
Yeah, it's not great, so he does need to find Eastern at some point. But with that hammer, he will be able to progress leftward in GT Basement, and it'll be interesting to see if he tries to do any of the bomb jumps to get stuff out of logic.
Yeah, if you're used to seeing a lot of GT stuff in cross keys, you're thinking, why not do some bonks? Well, once again, these pseudo boots does not give you great bonk distance for doing this kind of stuff. So
yeah, the only bonkable gap here in the basement is the one right before Bob's room. That one's short enough that even with pseudo boots you can bonk across it. Ooh.
yeah, and this is the hard part here. This is why I don't like this use of my time usually. You
yeah,
have
normally
to be it's two perfect bomb jumps. You know, you got to get two of them in a row. And if you don't, then this is what happens.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, normally you just need one bomb jump and then you can bonk.
And is this a K-Line going up?
She does have the moon, not the moon pearl. She does have the big key, so she will get her hammer and her moon pearl as long as she doesn't die. And then she'll be very well. Oh, sorry, you were saying?
No, I was about to say, it looks like Ace is gonna go for that safe scum now.
That'll be interesting. I was gonna say Akka's gonna be very well positioned because between the mirror and the hammer, she can pretty freely navigate Light World Death Mountain.
Oh yeah, no, this is amazing. This is gonna be great for her. I'm just very curious on Ace's side now with this, and we get a bottle.
I think you have to keep that in case you run into Sick Kid.
I don't know. I don't like it, but I understand. And a map of Eastern. Yep, and there's the scum. I don't hate it. I understand the desire not to worry about the bottle. You're probably going to get a second one eventually.
Yeah,
Like,
I
if
guess
that's a crystal and that desert small is buried, you do not want to have to manage that. That's it. That's a hunt you don't want.
worst case you find sick kid, and if you're really at wit's end, you go back and get that bottle.
Okay, I'm getting a couple extra hearts before heading into this Moldorm fight. But yeah, you were talking about the fact that, these teams were knocked out by promotions from last season. Important thing to realize is, at this point, you're 2 series away from getting that invite spot.
Yeah, and it's kind of
Reliable Archery
unfortunate.
Aces are 5 wins away now.
Kind of unfortunate that they have to face each other this early on, but that's how the seeding goes.
Our mirror was in Eastern Palace at the Vanilla Big Key Chest. And I just realized we actually have full Dark World access at sub 30 minutes for both of our
Yeah,
runners.
wow. Yeah, both runners had the glove before they even hit Hera, so... Okay, there's another bottle. Now we don't need to worry about right side desert.
I think in terms of Ace's desire to go for Eastern, the fact that Ace didn't do it earlier tells me that he's waiting for Eastern big. And we've got a green pendant TR and a pendant pod. We already know 2 of our pendants very quickly on this one.
I think one of your teammates is going to be excited by that.
It's... yeah, only one. 2 of us apparently, 2 of us aren't in on that program.
Oh, there's the Eastern big. Now maybe Alkaline will go to Eastern. That is very fortuitous, because for all we knew, it could have been behind the mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eastern, of course, isn't logically beatable without the lamp, but we've seen these runners do enough dark rooms already. I'm sure Ace can handle it.
Yeah, and for those of you saying, what about Fire Rod? So Cross Keys is still technically on an older version of Logic, so it does not follow Fire Rod logic or advanced item logic.
And Akka's like, oh, there's Hyrule Castle, imagine that. Our first look at Saha today. Oh, great, Hera Basement, which we still can't do anything about without a fire source. Another TR small in Cave 45, which was in Light World Shopping Mall.
Yeah, and that's more than enough on our TR small front for this mode, unless like the entrance or the connectors are that bad for TR. And it looks like I have to believe Ace is going back to that shop. Yep, the CAC shop or the Lake Hylia shop to buy some more bombs. And yep, this is going to be that Eastern play. Kaline, what are you doing? You got the mirror.
Force of Habit?
I guess.
Wait, so that's already 3 TR smalls.
Yeah.
But not the TR big. And we haven't actually found any TR entrances either.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if we find a fourth one soon, or that the fourth one's relatively available and Lava Island's actually required for something. Not that fighting a Pokey right now sounds all that appetizing. I don't know. Drosy, which of those weapons do you want to use to fight a Pokey?
Does Ice Rod work on Pokies?
It only deals damage. It doesn't actually freeze it like the Ether Medallion would.
And it doesn't one-shot them like the Fire Rod does?
Nope.
Oh boy. Not a great tree pull there.
No, and I think that was tier 2, so really our tree pulls are just not valuable.
Yeah, that must have been tier 2. Akka's defeated enough enemies and certainly taken hits.
Yeah.
Akka also discovering we do not need our vanilla lumberjack prize today.
I mean, I'm always happy knowing that.
Vanilla location and vanilla item. How often do you see that in cross keys?
Not often enough, I feel like. At least in cross keys. I'll take that every time. But there's the mirror for Ace. But down to a heart and a half, I gotta assume we're gonna see a drop down into the fairy spot here.
Akka remembering you can't actually bonk bonk rocks with the pseudo boots.
We do find our thief drop down here at Sanctuary, and there is... Hey, there's our lamp. Everything's in logic.
Yay! I figured with an important item like the mirror, the lamp couldn't be hidden too deep. And that is our fire source for the moment. We don't know where the fire rod is, so you definitely want to pick that up.
And there's our save and quit. I imagine we're going to get a mountain start. Check out where the old man was. Nope. Oh, back to Sank. You know what? This makes perfect sense. We've got our hammer. We can get back of escape now and clear this out.
Oh, yeah. 3 more checks right there.
You know how we were talking about those Titans mitts? Apparently,
Yeah.
you know, and a sword!
And an ice big key, which, you know, while not required most of the time, not hard required, is certainly nice to have out of the way so you're not orphaning ice big chest.
Yeah, and we already know, was that the old man's start? Wow.
Interesting.
And we've got that cape. You know, you were saying the cape is going to be valuable for, the check at the front of Hyrule, or the Agate Tower entrance, and you're right. That's Ice Palace.
Ice Palace too, but we can't get in.
Ooh, that's actually an interesting one. We have a mushroom.
Yeah. And meanwhile, Ace has 4 pod smalls. So we're getting a lot of small keys dependent dungeons. Ace needs to get over to Sanctuary area.
Yeah, those mitts for a K-line are going to be valuable, at least for a little bit. Well, we'll see what kind of Skull Woods we have over on Ace's side, and our mushroom turned in just a piece of heart. Yeah, while Ace has the second crystal, which is going to be a nice little bonus so far, the fact that Akaline has the sword, the lamp, the mitts, like these are huge just tools available right now.
Absolutely. Definitely a way to start to build a lead here. Oh, and we're gonna see probably a catfish check after this.
Yeah, I mean, pair that with Zora even.
Right.
Realistically. We know what the Zora waterfall entrance is, so we don't even need it. The only
And
thing we could really miss out on is the Zora waterfall, and that's the item on the ledge, and we could splash delete it.
yeah, I
still.
was gonna say, we have a bow, we have plenty of bombs, we can easily splash delete.
Yeah, and since she hasn't done the Armos kill, she's actually in better shape to go for it. But
Just
we
a
don't
heart
need it.
container. I mean, it would be nice to have, but you're not gonna go to the trouble of splash deleting for one.
No. And we're at 5 hearts, Blue Mail. It's not terrible. You'll find plenty of health in this mode.
Thor giving love lessons, of course. And this chest in Skullwoods has to be that small key. Again, one of the places entrance rando logic differs from regular rando logic.
Oh, back of the mountain. Or back of the old man is on DDM Bridge.
Yeah, great place to find with the mirror. Oh, and there's the front entrance to TR. Interesting. We don't have a cane. And there's a big key on Bumper Ledge. Gonna need to find a connector there.
We also find our Castle Tower entrance on the other side of DDM Bridge. We did see a mushroom turn in. So it was nothing.
And first check in Castle Tower is also nothing.
Unfortunately, we can't mark it off without that small key to check the second chest. But Spiral is a connector.
The GT.
You know what? Great. This is a perfect moment for that find. Can easily check out the other DDM checks.
Well, we'll find out the TR medallion soon enough. If it happens to be Ether, we can open it.
And unfortunately, there's that sick kid.
But TR is Quake, so that's not getting opened yet. Just a compass on floating island, so we don't need to worry about that. Ace gets his lamp, which he probably wishes he had a bit sooner, but...
Yeah, these mitts mirror combo is just making everything that much better. As we find Hype Cave. I mean,
I think that's 0 of 10.
I might give it a 1 just because of how low our rupee count was.
Only because we paid Zora.
Yeah.
Oh, Ace checking the Curiosity Shop entrance, which gets us the tree guy. Akka has found Chicken Hut and a shovel.
Everybody, you gotta understand, 50 rupees is hype, okay?
Hey, there's the real entrance to Ice Rod Cave.
I will say the one negative on Ace's side is having skipped the Sank, or no, sorry, we didn't skip Sank. Duh, Sank is in the village. We did do the Sank drop down. We did get a mirror or a lamp.
So, looks like with that extra money from Hype Cave, Akka may pay off Kiki. Or, no, she's... Oh, yeah, she is going to the pod area. Hey, Ace finds Laser Bridge. Oh, what do you know? Finding pod on the way to pod.
And with 3 keys, you can really do enough for this to be a worthwhile play.
Absolutely. It's, what, like about 10 checks for your trouble?
I mean, the way I see it, you do shooter, you do the 2 front here, you do the 2 right side for 5. So 5 in the front. You spend a key and get the 3 in the Rupee Maze Turtle Room for 8. And then you bomb jump for the 2 you can get in Dark Maze for 10. And I'd probably still spend a key to get to Harmless Hellway. Because I'm probably counting on not having to fight Helma at some point.
Oh, yeah, because it's a pendant.
Yeah. At 3 keys, I'm a little bit more invested to spending the extra key here.
Meanwhile, Laser Bridge gave us Bombos, which we know will open the Misery Mire entrance and will also let us into Ice Palace.
And Ace remembering, hey, wait a minute, I've got a hammer finally, and I can go check out the back of Escape.
Which is gonna net him his first sword at 45 minutes.
I'd almost say the bigger prize is the fact that we get the mitts here. Like a very opportune find. Well, the funny thing is for Ace, I just realized, you were saying the Bombos medallion is for Mire. We actually have been into Mire. We know what the Mire entrance is. Mire
Yeah,
is...
that's what we came out of, right.
Yep. So that'll be surprise info for Ace.
Well, now he's made it... Well, except it was Spiral Cave, so it's not a two-way connector anyway?
No, it was a desert entrance.
Oh, okay. I'm a bit surprised Ace, walked out of the back of Escape rather than doing a save and quit. I would think the save and quit would have been a little bit faster.
Probably figured that didn't want to lose the portal.
Oh, does he have a portal?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, so it makes Smith's chain much easier.
Hey, a vanilla sword.
So Ace goes from no swords to 2 in a little over a minute.
And there's another sword.
Okay, we've accounted for 3 swords.
I was about to say, Aka, I was like, are we gonna see the rest of the front, these other 2 front checks of pod, because we did the right side play. I was like, you got these 2 here, the bridge and the drop down, that were in logic, but so we don't want to miss these. Unfortunately, nothing really on those. The best find I think we got out of pod was the extra sword.
Yeah, and really not much in there. A lot of money there in the purple chest. Oh. We find Quake at Useless Fair, not Useless Fairy, Pyramid Fairy.
Yeah, I believe that was our pod temple, so...
Yeah. And we know Akka can get back to TR entrance, so we could open that at some point.
That's the thing, our runners have really taken different routes to get to similar things. The broad strokes, they have similar items. It's just they've made an approach at different times to get them.
Oh, wow. Akka finds the dam at Saha entrance. That's always a good find. Of course, we don't have flippers yet, but get it out of the way in entrance rando. Once it's pulled, it stays pulled.
Left side of our race game, nothing today.
So, what interest do we get by bribing Kiki? Just a fairy.
Yeah, not a great entrance.
Ace is at the dig game. That's a lot of digs. Oh, for the real boots.
Good time for those.
Yeah, definitely north of 20 digs. So now we would have an easier time sequence breaking GT basement. We can also get into Mire, though we still don't have the cane or the big key to complete it. And here's the bottle for Akka, and she's the one who's actually found sick kid, so...
Well, and for her, the sick kid return isn't terrible because she knows she has the TR medallion.
Right. Yeah, so she now has 2 more checks she can make in that area. Was Mimic Cave Eastern big?
Yes.
Okay. So... she might go back there soon to get that out of the way, and... Oh, and there's Hotel Mario at the 50-minute mark.
Okay, we can pack it in, folks. There you go. GG. The all-important Hotel Mario find.
I swear someone needs to make that as a meme mode, Hotel Mario %, where, you know, talking to Mario warps you to the Triforce room.
I wonder how many people don't know where it actually is, though, vanilla.
It's the house in Kakariko with all the hedges in front, right?
Yes.
Ooh, left Turtle Rock at Light World Hype Cave entrance. I'm a bit surprised Ace didn't want to check Lava Chest and Chain Chomps finding that entrance.
Yeah, I mean, with that Bombos medallion, it's not terrible.
But he's prioritizing boots checks. And there's Hookshot Cave. No hookshot, but we can get the one bonkable chest.
Yeah, we saw this from the back from Akka earlier. And there's our mirror shield.
Oh, yay. Now, the other interesting thing is we know there are 2 small keys on torches. We can now get those. They could be something, they could be nothing. Oh, there's the bomb shop, and it just so happens the 2 crystals we've gotten are 5-6.
That's a shocker, and unfortunately for Ace,
That's
we
amazing.
know that the front of the Pyramid Fairy is the old man.
Well, now if you want to pay a visit to Old Man without a save and quit.
The greatest spend of 100 rupees ever for Ace.
But, like, how often do you see that happen? In a key sanity mode, you've beaten 2 crystals, you go into the bomb shop, and there's the big red bomb.
Yeah. This is definitely a rare occasion, and a feels bad moment, but, you know, what do you do?
Oh, he's taking the health refill.
I mean, the funny thing in some ways is that for Ace, like, you know, does that and goes, it's the bomb vendor. I always talk to the bomb vendor, and you kind of just, you can see that he just homes in on the fact that the vendor's there, I gotta talk to him, and not the fact that the bomb is there.
Took me a moment to register that the bomb was there, then I was like, wait a minute. So,
the other side of Bumper is Ice Palace.
yeah, and Ace took a moment to decide and is going to go for it. I like this play. It's not quite in logic to full clear. You would need either the second small or the second small or Samaria to put the boss.
You were talking about that Meyer big key. We got it.
Yeah. Well, between the 2 of them, they can do everything in Meyer but the boss. Watch the hookshot be in Meyer just to, you know, emphasize that point. So there's Akka's 3rd TR small.
And just a couple entrances still for Akka here. There's that other side of Super Bunny. We did see the top of Super Bunny. Yeah, Aka's really been cleaning up old checks or like the connectors as we find the back of Skull Woods.
And if we bomb jump, we can do this.
Yeah, and she's got a small key to finish it.
Meanwhile, Ace setting up the Ice Palace bomb jump doesn't get the setup, but actually tosses the bomb away before he can be knocked into the pit.
And we got a French vanilla big key to Skull in Skull.
Exciting.
And she hasn't even visited Skull yet.
Yeah, she hasn't really done anything in the village area yet.
I was gonna say, why'd you light the torches in that order?
Yeah, you light this one first, then you light the others if you're doing the bomb jump.
The other thing, you don't even have to, like, what you're seeing with the setting up along the edge, you don't even have to work that hard for it. You'd use the wall on the left side by the door there, that top of the wall, and it can actually give you the lineup for the bomb jump without even having to, like, shimmy the edge. Unfortunately, that Gibdo really not playing kind.
We got a French vanilla mail upgrade, nice. And here is Moth.
And we got a map to ice and ice. We get to find out it's a crystal.
Yeah. I was about to say, here we are, like, still not really knowing anything about the dungeons other than 2 pendants and, of course, the 5-6.
I mean, knowing 2 of them is pretty darn good.
And there's the map to Meyer and our 4th sword sitting on Mothula. I think Alkaline Ace is also going to finish on at least Tempered.
Yeah, it really depends on if Ace finds his way into Palace of Darkness at any point. Since
that would be if he gets Butter Sword.
Right, and that's the thing. Like, he'll get that Tempered Sword off of Moth for sure. And Aka's going to take that Skull Big right into the Skull checks. I like this kind of routing on it.
Yeah. Now, Ice hasn't given us anything great so far, but it has given us a couple of maps, and it does have a crystal at the end.
We did get the GT Big. It's not a great find, but it's extra checks in GT.
Yeah, if you really want to do the climb. Because Ganon itself is useless fairy, right?
Yes. At this point, that is our last drop down.
Hey, we have a vanilla connector in Skullwoods. That's always good to see.
Well, a vanilla exit point. I think the front was or the other. This side was the front.
Okay. Either way, we know we can get to the back.
Either way, it's a nice Skullwoods.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. The 2 front entrances are swapped.
Either way, good Skullwoods, not a bad Skullwoods.
Yeah.
If you're a player of cross keys, you know the urge to curse out Skull Woods when it's a bad layout.
And Alkaline Ace is coming into the Cold Stare fight, which he's going to be doing with Bombos and a hammer. Yeah, Akka, you can't bonk across that gap with pseudo boots. But you're so close to getting the real boots.
Yep. luckily Ace has great, not great weaponry so much. Could be better off with a tempered sword, but we got the red goose still, I believe, and red mail makes this at least a little bit safer.
Yeah, puff hits only take 2 hearts on red.
And nicely done there.
And we even the crystal count at 3 apiece.
Only thing is that crystal for Ace definitely takes a little bit longer than that Skull Woods crystal.
Wow. Ace is in our vanilla uncle tunnel for the first time at the hour mark. Oh yeah, shoutouts to our tracker, Avalon, who has been single-handedly tracking all this craziness. And happens to have a name not dissimilar from our 2 runners.
All the A names today.
A's and L's and N's.
And yeah, as we've crossed that 1 hour mark, just a reminder, this is linked to the past Randomizer League Season 5 Open Playoffs. This is round 2 between yet another Bonk and Reliable Archery Aces. Currently, the Reliable Archery Aces are up 1 game to nothing. And this is our Wisdom Pendant matchup. So,
Yeah.
Pseudo Boots Cross Keys.
And Reliable Archery Aces with a blistering 12-2 regular season record, tied for the best record in the Open League, earned themselves a first-round bye.
Yeah, 2 returning teams from last season's playoffs, so definitely high-level teams in the Open League for sure. Both looking to possibly make it into the Final Four and get a invitation to next season's Invitational League.
As we discussed earlier, they both took to 5 games, though losing in the first round of playoffs last season against teams that did secure invitations to the Invitational this year, and in fact made the playoffs there. So these are very solid teams if you can go 5 games against teams that are now Invitational playoff caliber. Okay, what was on Laser Bridge? I remember it was something interesting.
Medallion? Was it Bombos?
Yeah, that sounds right. That Bombos is in this next chest. And hey, with Alkaline Ace and Pod, he probably is going to get tempered here, so he'll get the gold sword on Moth.
And it looks like Kaline's going to go for Ice Palace.
Not a bad idea. I mean, being at 4 crystals before an hour 10, you love to see that.
Yeah. I think this 4th crystal is going to take a little longer, unfortunately. Ice without Hookshot or Samaria is a slow dungeon, to say the least.
Yeah, but
But
she's in a better position going through there on Tempered Sword than Ace was going through on Master Sword.
oh, completely agreed.
Should make the Cold Stare fight somewhat quicker at a minimum.
Yeah, and like you have a key besides this, you have the big and a small key, so you can get nice routing, similar to what Ace did. She also has more bombs, so we'll see if we get to see some bomb Pengator strats, which are always a pleasure here.
I bet you'd like to have more bombs.
I mean, why not?
But yeah, I always like in Entrance Rando when players stumble across the upgrade fairy and they're like, well, I'm here anyway, might as well buy an upgrade.
Yeah, especially early, you just feel a lot more comfortable with that early upgrade.
Akka gets the double Stalfos Knight kill in that room that Ace had a bit of trouble with.
Now, one thing that could help Ace here is he came in with a 4th a 4th pod key.
Yeah, so he could just...
If he goes for that vanilla big key chest, he could get an advantage out of it.
Yeah, he can just ignore the 2 big key locked locations and check everything else.
Nice spin there in Pengators. Well, and if Ace wants to set up for the potential of needing to kill Helma, could do a save scum. Getting back to pod isn't difficult in this seed, so could say, let me set up the death warp, or let me do a death warp from here, and then if it is nothing, I can always just do a save scum. But doesn't look like that's going to be the plan.
Save scum's a bit tough on red mail and 10 hearts, 9 hearts.
Well, the Kadangos are, I believe, are considered trap damage. So I think they're consistently a heart at all males. So,
and it looked like that Medusa just did a full heart of damage.
Yeah, Medusas are part of the trap damage pool as well. So like there were ways to set it up even with red mail here. But it's a big key, and I don't know how to feel about that one.
I think you have to keep it.
I mean, yeah. No, I don't see a reason to get rid of it. But it's not the massive advantage we thought it could be for Ace.
And we know we have a Meyer map, so we could do another check here in the Dark World, but not yet. As Ace finds the back of Skullwoods. I trust he can do the bomb jump in here. If you can do Hammer Jump, you can do the Skullwoods bomb jump.
I think it's not a question sometimes on that front. It's just knowing how simple it is to pull off. It's one of those things. I've definitely talked to newer runners, and these are not newer runners, mind you, but you talk to a newer runner and they'll go like, how easy is this? Like, and you'll explain it. They'll be like, why was I not doing this before? And you see how Ace set that up. That's what I was saying earlier when Akka went through. It's just, you just line up against that wall and like you just back yourself into it and you're set. Like there's no thought beyond that.
And since we're still trying to figure out which of 3 dungeons has a pendant, with the other 2 being our last 2 crystals, let's get a prediction going here. What do you think, Jesse? Swamp, Thieves, or Mire?
For what?
Which one's our last pendant dungeon?
Oh, let's make it Mire and make it a caneless seed. How about? Although we could know this info. I believe at least Akka has the map.
Yeah,
I think she has that map.
Yeah, no one's checked. I think Ace has the map, but no one's checked Mire yet. And there, Akka checks the Light World map, sees Desert as a crystal, which Ace also knows.
Mire is a crystal, though.
Okay.
So I was wrong. Sorry. We do need a Cane of Samaria. Question is, can we get away without flippers and hookshot, or do we need those 2 as well?
Well, Beadstown was very undervoted, so if that winds up being the last pendant, some people are going to win big. So, yeah, we need either flippers and hookshot, or we need Thieves big.
And at this point, both runners kind of clearing up some checks from the other. Ace is still working through these pod area checks. Akka just has a little bit left. Gonna get her boots momentarily as soon as we get through all the digs.
I didn't count. I just remember it was north of 20.
Yeah.
7 plus 7 plus 5 plus 4. 23?
Yeah. And Akka's going to go to Mire. This is our first look at the Misery Mire stuff now. We have 7 in logic, well, 7 available checks. Not in logic necessarily, but 7 things we can do in this dungeon. It's just so interesting. Ace has been finding good stuff, but unfortunately just not in the right order. Akka found Super Bunny Cave at the top, so, you know, had already checked this, didn't have to follow this connector. Ace is finding it and going through the connector. Not a terrible thing, but just a different order. Ace finding the bomb shop and taking Big Bomb to Pyramid Fairy, even though that was Old Man. So like Ace is getting through the checks pretty efficiently, just kind of in the wrong order by a moment.
I was just thinking, we don't actually necessarily need the fire rod for anything, do we?
Nope. We found our way around Skull, so...
And Ace gets his shovel. We still haven't seen the dig spot, have we?
No. Echo went right into Meyer pretty much after having found Meyer Big Key and Boots, or after getting the Boots jetted to here. So her mind was dead set on this Meyer play.
Getting the
I was
big
thinking...
chest. Oh no, Vanilla Samaria again. Didn't we just see that the other day in one of these league races?
I feel like we did.
I think
I
Homemade
think you're
Beer
right.
versus Gamma Chew. 2 days ago.
And there's our Desert Big. What are we missing? Knowledge of a last crystal?
And either Thieves Big or Flippers and Hookshot.
And Swamp Small.
Right.
So we could be one from go right now.
I guess that's why people in chat thought it was more likely the Swamp would be the last pendant than Thieves, because we need more items to finish it.
Here comes the 0 out of 10 hype cave. It got downgraded. I know I said it was a 1 earlier, but look how many rupees Ace has.
I don't think he's
willing
paid
to
the
give it
fish
some
yet,
credit
has he?
early. What?
I don't think he's paid the fish yet, has he?
No, he has.
Oh, okay. Chat trying to figure out worst case scenarios. If something's on a tablet and books on ped or whatever.
Well, a big thing to remember is, chat, we actually know where a big key is right now. We know there's a big key on Bumper Ledge.
And we can't get to it.
Yeah, so at this point, I'd be very keyed in on trying to check that out and find it, because...
Keyed in?
I know, I'm sorry to everybody. I am not a pun person, but I did it.
We still haven't gotten any Castle Tower smalls, which is not necessarily a bad thing.
But yeah, I'd be really tempted to find that connector right now. Knowing that I've got my Desert Big Key for a crystal, like, at this point, Aka's about to get crystal number 5 and can easily go for crystal 6, which is also in Kakariko. Like...
Also, we never did grab the small keys from the torches, either of the runners. I know Aka only just got her boots, but still.
It's a map. Oh. Just not a good one.
So, GT, a crystal or a pendant?
At this point, I think I'm going to call it a pendant.
But Samaria does open up right side GT. Well, it only logically opens Tile Room, because logically you need the Fire Rod to get to Compass Room.
Akka, what about Desert? Maybe we've forgotten our going back? Yep. Oh, here we go, though. There's that
Okay.
first, the boots checks, or the boot keys.
Satisfy my curiosity. Oh, second ice small.
Yep. Pretty worthless key there.
especially now that we know where the cane is.
And this is Ace's first trip into the mire area.
Yeah, speaking of which, he still doesn't have the big key to mire.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Akka opening up a bit of a lead here. 2 crystals up at this point.
Yeah.
And this seed has been going relatively quickly.
And she opts to just use the Tempered Sword here rather than trying any Ice Rod strats. Not that it's a super long fight in either case. So... we know where Thieves is, right? We did the front pretty early on.
Yeah, Thieves is at Sick Kid.
But we haven't seen Swamp. We've pulled down.
I do not have Swamp marked on my tracker, so yeah, I don't think we've seen Swamp yet.
And I think this is going to be our first look at King's Tomb. Library. Oh, our tracker's saying we did see Swamp in East Death Mountain.
I must have missed that one.
Yeah, I guess we both did.
But there were a lot of checks over there, so I'm not surprised that I missed something. I will say I like this approach from Akka at this point of just saying maybe I prioritize my entrances. Let's see if I can find the big key or the way to Bumper Ledge, because that feels like it's the biggest find.
Just because it's a big key we know, watch it feel like Pod.
I mean, even if it's Pod, I want to at least know. Like, there's a 1 in 3 shot that it's Thieves at this point.
1 in 4? Oh no, we have the TR big, sorry.
Yeah.
I forgot that we'd found that.
Yeah, across our 2 runners, like, there's a 1 in 3 shot that is the Thieves big, and that could be go mode for one of our runners.
And Ace is going to open up TR for us. I don't think we saw this on Akka's side, did we?
No, we knew that it was Quake. We just had not seen a return trip up here.
Right, she hasn't come back here. What was the other thing that we now... Ooh, Mini Moldorm Cave, that's 5 items.
Sick Kid's up here.
Oh, right. So we'll see that too, presumably. Half magic, always a find you're not going to say no to. 2 Meyer Smalls, so... left side Meyer's now in Logic.
And hopefully that doesn't send Ace into Mire going, well, I've got all these options for it.
Where was the big key?
I don't remember. It wasn't in Mire, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, I know that. Akka's had it for a while, though. Oh, right. Pyramid Fairy. Thank you, Evelyn.
The kid with a small key to desert, okay.
Logically
Not
required.
huge. Yeah, logically required. Not necessary. We've seen both the items on the desert right side, and they were not of value. But we are seeing this connector. The Death Mountain Descent connector. Does this lead us to Bumper Ledge?
Hey, what do you know? A Kyeline finding the big red bomb knew that she didn't want it.
Wait. This was Akka's first check of the Lake Hylia entrances?
Yup.
Wow.
Because Ace went there early on, and that's how he got his initial bombs. And Akka went left and farmed under rocks and never went there. And interesting, she is trying to splash delete, but
Could this be Armos messing with the...
nope, she got it.
It's a very scary move across here.
Ooh, just narrowly dodged that fireball. Wow.
How did that not hit? How did that explosion miss? Oh my god!
That is impressive. That is a heck of a route.
I thought she was going to use the portal to get, like, some iframes.
Oh, and she doesn't have TR big, so she can't try that chest.
Okay, now I think Ace might be going for Desert Front, because I don't think we've seen this entrance, and it's a connector we haven't dealt with. I like the play from Ace here. And there it is. There's that big key, and it's to Swamp. Oh no.
Figures.
But the other entrance here, Light Bumper Ledge, is Graveyard Ledge.
And that's our first CT small, which gives us the second chest available. I'm a little bit surprised Akka wouldn't, having walked into Laser Bridge there, wouldn't use Samaria to go to Crystal Roller.
Yeah.
Well, she'll be getting her Butter Sword.
Meanwhile, Ace is into Mire, and unfortunately,
Oof.
I don't think we've gotten that Mire Big yet.
Doesn't look it.
And, like, that, the part that hurts the most is you're going to get 6 out of the 7 checks available. You're going to get that Mire Big. What's sending you back? Like, what's going to compel you to say, yeah, I've got 1 check in Mire, I know it's Kane.
Yeah, that's rough. And we still haven't seen any of our 3 required items for Swamp.
Yeah, definitely a surprise on that one.
Oh. Wow, Ace apparently did the Mire torches slowly enough he had to go back and relight the first 2. Well, we'll see what the key on the GT torch is. There's our Swamp Small.
The kit's coming together.
Now, we're of course not going to find Hookshot over on this side. So if we find Flippers here, it'll tell us something. Well, okay, we could find it in Map Chest. Map Chest is the one logical bonk.
I mean, Hookshot's clearly in Tile Room.
That's a lot of bombs in Stalfos' room. It gives one of them back.
I mean, I don't blame her for that. Sometimes we need to express our displeasure.
Well, Ace does get his Desert Big out of Mire, which will get him a crystal, just not the crystal in here.
Yeah, it probably feels really good about getting that Desert Big, honestly.
Interesting. The Fire Rod is logically behind the Hookshot, so... Except for Tile Room, the whole rest of the basement is logically behind the Hookshot.
Yeah, that... I mean, at this point, I would be very disincentivized from even checking right side. Like, maybe it's got flippers, and if Swamp's a crystal, then you know it's not there. But I'm probably not interested in looking too hard.
We just got Bugnet Burner and Blue Goo. Because having run out of bombs, it wanted to give us other things beginning with B. Chat's now convinced Hookshot's in Tile Room.
I mean, I've seen it. It's happened. It happens plenty. Always a great spot for it.
Odd big.
Okay.
Again, logically behind the Hookshot. And we still don't even know Swamp versus Thieves for the last crystal. And if Hookshot is in Tile Room, then we're one item away from being able to do either Swamp or Thieves.
Yeah, and I know that there's a lot of people who put in some channel points who are going, we need to know. Which one is it? Spike Cave with the single arrow. And Ice Armos not really giving us anything either. We're not seeing right side.
Whoa, that's kind of surprising, since you had Samaria, so Tile Room's actually in Logic.
Yeah.
You just did a massive number of out-of-logic checks, but you're not doing the in-logic check.
I mean, is there something up here that might be a lot more valuable that I'm not thinking of? Is this a play for TR?
Without the big key.
I mean TR entrance, sorry, and sit kid.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, let's see. Oh, right. Ace can't do right side. He still doesn't have Samaria. Of course, there is the climb. Ace getting his dozen bombs.
There's that desert small for Akka. Unfortunately, as we know, right side desert really not required on this one.
But she hasn't been there, so she might actually go there.
Which this is also like gives her the opportunity to check out the main entrance, which we know is leads to Bumper. And I don't think we've seen. Have we seen Desert Big Chest?
No.
Ace can't check Tile Room without Samaria, unfortunately.
Yeah, so that's actually an advantage Akka could have pressed, not that she knows she has that advantage. I'm really grooving to this music on Naka's side.
Yeah. Can't say I'm too familiar with it, but I am enjoying it. It's very relaxing. You know, this goes back to the your point, Drosy. Like, Tile Room was in logic, but Akka's going for the back of Skull check. Like, I am kind of surprised by the decision.
Yeah, I mean, especially if Swamp winds up being our last crystal and we need the hook shot. Well, it is a connector.
Has there been a ledge we haven't been to? Oh, that one. And we are going to get a GT climb from Ace. Wow.
Well, 4 items.
Only problem is, can Ace get all 4?
Oh, right, he'd need to Moldorm bounce or hover to get the last one.
Well, he would have to hover. You can't bounce and kill Mordorm.
Oh, right, good point.
I can't remember the location of Meyerбig, but it's Pyramid Fairy location. Wherever that was. Oh, right, it was that upgrade fairy. That's right, right.
Oh, so we had to fake Flipper there then.
Uh, no, Akka went through Bumper.
Oh, and mirrored from Ice Palace entrance?
Yes.
Got it. Well, Akka's now giving us our first look at anything in TR besides Laser Bridge.
Well, and with all these keys, definitely will likely head to the front. No reason not to.
Yeah, 4 more items there. All right. Ace doing the climb without Samaria, which makes the Wizrobe rooms kind of annoying.
Yeah, the most satisfying rooms in the game, as long as you've got Samaria. And there's the book.
Ooh boy. Oh, and we're exiting and not even trying the front.
I think we know where TR front is. Yeah, TR front's on
Yeah,
the bridge.
right. We found the front.
So like it's an easy enough start point, I guess. Why do it that way? And here comes the rest of the desert checks now. Akka, you have the desert small as well. Oh, going straight for the connector, realizing I've got a connector for this.
Yeah. Which does give us the lovely Swamp Big.
I don't think anybody's ever called that a lovely check, but okay.
Well, it seems unlikely that Hookshot's gonna be vanilla.
It's seeming more and more that this this Cane of Samaria is that much more important to our next step in the puzzle.
Oh, and she's fluting away, not even doing Desert Big Chest.
Or Desert Right Side, like she skipped both.
Oh, but here Ace is doing Desert Big Chest.
And that's our Thieves' Big Key. Oh, man.
Interesting. So that does make it more likely that Thieves is a crystal. It also means that Akka could have been potentially in Go mode a minute ago. But she's prioritizing Hera Basement over 3 checks in Desert?
I will say, one of the things I've noticed about Akka's play at this point is it feels like there's a bit of a, I don't want to say panic, but at an unsureness of where to hit. Like, there was the mirror and the kind of the pauses that started to indicate I'm not sure where my next step is right now. So, like, she seems a little bit unsure of her next move. Like, I almost feel like the thought was, bumper ledge is the answer, and I don't know what it is if not. And that's kind of one of those things that you don't want to get into, but is really hard to break out of. Like, you kind of start, you beeline something, and in that case, that's what happened.
Yeah, she's
and the
just
thing
right
is,
there for Desert.
yeah, and the big thing is like she's in great position right now because of the fact she went through bumper. Like, she might not realize it, but she's in amazing position right now.
Yeah, and that cape was early.
I mean, this is still assuming that, this is the answer in Thieves.
Right. Hookshot could be in Tile Room and then Flippers in Compass Room in GT. Oh, we're doing Tile Room now? Well, we'll find out soon enough.
And probably right side.
We're skipping Tile Room and doing the out of logic stuff, of course. I really hope she goes back and does Tile Room after this.
And no surprise there that an item or a set of checks locked behind Hookshot and Fire Rod yielding nothing. At this point, because we pretty much have everything else equipment-wise. Even keys, we have most of them. Actually, are we missing any keys, really? Looks like some pod smalls are missing, and that's about it.
4th TR small.
Yeah, and here we go, Tile Room. Thieves Town. Okay, we got a small key to Turtle Rock, and that's our crystal. We are in no mode,
boy.
folks.
So 6 crystals apiece. Akka needs to go into desert and open the big chest.
And Ace needs to go to Hylia Island to find the Mire Big to go back to Mire.
Via the Bumper Cave connector.
Yeah. And go get the vanilla Cane of Samaria. But she is walking, and Desert's right here. Desert East is right here. I have to believe this is a play to go get Desert. And of course she gets dead rocked.
Some guy named Zelgadisson put a massive number of points on Swamp in that prediction.
Yeah? Okay, so here's the right side. Makes sense. All we need for Akka to do here is just continue on. And it looks like that's what's happening.
Okay, so go mode incoming, though she won't know that. Wonder where that hook shot was for all that, and the flippers.
PR?
Yeah, possibly.
Hookshot gives you the logic back, so I gotta believe that Hookshot is probably in TR at this point. Like, we have access to the front of TR, we've got access to Roller Room, the big chest. I mean, big chest isn't in logic, but the front is in logic, and we haven't seen it. And here's, oh wow, we've got a race if Ace goes back to Mire.
Yeah, he'd have to go right back to Mire. He'd have to say, okay, I haven't found Samaria yet, I'm running out of places. As opposed to saying, oh, here's the Mire Biggie, so he still can't do a lot of TR.
He doesn't have a lot left is the thing, like...
Yeah.
Like, Ace has been almost having to chase these one-offs, like...
Yeah, here's the flip to 3.
Yeah. And he's going right into Mire.
Okay, this is a race. I think Akka has a slight edge. I think it's a bit faster to do Thieves' Basement.
Yeah. I would say Akka has the lead here, but I don't say that this is over. Like, because realistically, Akka's going to check all these chests, not knowing if we're in go mode.
Oh, right. I forgot that.
Like, she is going to make extra checks here, thinking, do I need flippers? Do I need hookshot?
And Alkaline Ace is in go mode.
Yep, and Ace isn't happy.
Yeah, didn't hit the switch. Have to go the long way around. Just gonna eat up a bit of time.
I mean, it does look like Akka's going to be first done. Even still, like, Ace has a bit longer of a dungeon fight to get to Vidi at this point. So...
Wow, this is gonna be super close.
Hovering and Molder and Bounce doesn't matter. Cross Keys is a fast Ganon mode, so we do not have to beat Aga 2.
Yeah, Ganon is in the Lost Woods, so we'll just flute to 3 and be on our merry way. Ooh, Akka takes a fall, and at this point, you know, you eat up a few seconds on a fall like that, that can make a difference.
That's the thing, like, if this required Ganon, I would say Ace is in the lead. Or, sorry, GT. But given the situation, it's just not a big deal now. And yeah, Akka's gonna have crystal number 7 first at this rate.
Yeah, we never did get silvers either, so it also depends on how quickly each of them can do silverless phase 4.
And both of them are in Kakariko. Thieves and Maya are both in Kak.
Oh, so we don't even have to flute when we get out.
Yeah, we don't even have to flute. Thieves Town is at Chicken Hut, and Meyer is at Right Old Lady.
And
so,
wow, Crystal Grab at 153.30 for Akayaline, and Crystal Grab at 153.37 for Alkaline Ace.
Here we go, folks. Like we said, this is a race. The extra checks of Meyer or Thieves for Akka, definitely a bit of a time loss. And Ace is a little bit farther up in Kakariko. Oh my god!
Oh boy.
We're screen for screen! The sync!
Oh my. Wow, so it's really just who can do a Ganon fight faster. I think they
here we
dropped
go.
in 1 second apart.
Yep. I gotta say, folks, if you are a fan of cross keys, this is a race to watch back. You never see cross keys this close usually, with simultaneous Ganon fights.
Especially with such total divergence.
Yeah, the routes each runner took to get to this point today are not at all the same.
Their 7th crystals weren't the same.
Right.
Still a second apart through phase 3. I mean, not surprising with Buttersword. Of course, you're going to get the 1-1 unless something goes horribly wrong. So it's really just who can do phase 4 the faster. Where were the silvers? Swamp! Not getting those anytime soon.
And this is going to come down to phase 4 spins.
Ooh. Ace got the wrong rod out. Akka turned Ganon blue, so we're both falling a bit behind. I mean, can you imagine the nerves here?
Yeah.
Not even knowing you're in sync with your opponent. And I do mean in sync. Look at those Ganon warps. I think that was an extra spin for Akka there.
I thought Yeah, possibly. Like I'm not even counting.
I had to guess she's up by 1 or 2 spins now.
And that's
yep.
the last spin.
Wow. Get your GGs in for a Kailine who, assuming she can cross this bridge, will win this race.
And there's the last spin for Ace as well.
So we have a Kailine finishing first at 156.17 and followed 18 seconds behind by Alkaline Ace at 156.35.
Oof.
Yeah, how often do you see a race strictly come down to silverless Ganon execution?
Exactly. That's an amazing end to a race. Oof.
Now, unfortunately, checking the race room, a Kailine has a pretty bad migraine, she says, so she will not be joining us for the interview. Let's wish her feeling better soon. We'll see if we can get Alkaline Ace in here.
To the question in chat about, the first couple of lines after the race finished, the one thing I will tell you is we got an oh god and a yikes from our runners. After that, it goes to French, and I unfortunately am not fluent in French at all.
No, Alkaline Ace says that his hands were trembling during the Ganon fight, so that would explain why he had a bit more Phase 4 trouble, and it ultimately cost him the race, unfortunately. You gotta keep your nerves about you. Yeah, I can't translate this word on SpeedGaming Restream. Sorry, I'm reading their whole discussion. Oh, we are joined by Alkaline Ace. GG.
Thanks, GG.
Sorry, you're coming in a little soft.
Yeah, I can do better than this on the mic. So...
Okay, we can hear you okay. Yeah, I was just reading your long discussion there that your hands were shaking too much during the Ganon fight, and unfortunately that's what cost you.
Yeah, very unfortunate.
You have to watch it back. You were 1 second ahead on the Ganon drop-in.
Yeah, but I'm very bad with triples anyway, so I would have messed it up anyway. So yeah. And... well, I did claim GT for nothing, so...
yeah, yeah, we were thinking that, you were in a bad position dipping Meyer without the big key, and we're afraid you'd never make it back there, but you did in the nick of time. I
mean, when I got the big key, there was like only very bad checks, and I was thinking, what is the most stupid check it could ever be? And Vanilla was the most stupid one. And when you feel bad, the meta is follow the most stupid check. So I did it, and it worked.
Yeah. Though on the other hand, you were saying you wasted time doing the GT climb. Kailine had that Cane of Samaria, so she did Tile Room, and she also did Hera Basement.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, your time sinks kind of evened out.
Pretty sure, yeah. But yeah, the GT Ascension felt very bad. That was my best location to search for items. So also having all keys so early in Logic was incredibly stupid. I was expecting Somaria or Hookshot at the top of GT at this point.
Yeah, and we're still surprised that neither of you found flippers or hook shot.
Has to be something really bad, like well, I did turtle walk, and I did era basement, which were actually my last locations. Like I literally have nothing else than this.
Right, we saw Akka do some of Turtle Rock and Hera Basement, so
Yeah.
we're thinking it probably was one of the remaining TR checks. We never saw the front, we never saw Crystal Roller, and we never saw Trinex.
It
And
has
then,
to
oh
be
yeah, there were the 2 remaining checks in Pod behind the big key.
Yeah, but the big key is hookshot locked.
Oh, right. Right, I forgot.
So yeah,
Big key was already behind the hook shot.
that was very good info to get.
Yeah,
But,
well, the fire rod being behind the hook shot was also good info.
Yeah. That info did not help me because I had already done nearly all firewall locked checks, and every firewall locked check left was like some area locked, so I don't even care.
Well, it kept you out of checking the back of Skull Woods entrance.
Yeah, I went there just to see if I could luck something and not need the hookshot, because at this point I was not needing the hookshot at all. So why not? And then I find a connector I didn't get, which leads me to Turtle Walk, Laser Bridge entrance, and I'm like, wait a minute. I thought the Bomber Cave had to lead there, but I was still missing one connector. So I went straight to Bomber Cave to check if it would lead me to the southeast Dark World area that was out of logic until then, and I just get onto my big key and I'm like, I definitely have lost this one at this point. So yeah.
Yeah, and little did you know, you dropped into Ganon first by a second.
I was very surprised. I didn't time before I dropped to Ganon, to be honest.
Yeah, she wound up going right through desert to check the connector, which got her to Bumper Ledge, which got her the useless swamp big key, and then it was a bit before she went back into desert to open the big chest.
That seems very unfortunate.
And of course, since neither of you ever found the Thieves Town map, she still full cleared Thieves because she didn't know whether it was her last crystal or not.
Yeah.
So
my and Fifth Sound map did not exist in this seed.
Yeah,
that was my biggest problem actually, because Swamp I was missing 2 items. Fifth Town I was only missing the boss key. Maya I was missing 2 items, but I knew I had to clear it at this point. So
yeah, it was unfortunate you never checked Bumper Cave until the very end, even with the early cape.
I think if I do that, I instantly win, because the Fifth Town big key was not that hard for me. The problem was finding the damn Maya big key.
Yeah, that definitely would have changed the race around.
But yeah.
But hey, now you guys can plan Game 4 already.
Yeah, that's true. I'll try to plan this for tomorrow, because after that I cannot play at all for the next 2 weeks, because that's literally exactly during my vacation. So
oh, you're gone all the way from Christmas to New Year's?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I guess it works out then that you can get Game 4 out of the way.
Only if we can do that. So yeah, unfortunate. This is literally the worst 2 weeks possible to have something. Most tournaments are on break, but not this one, so unfortunate.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, we're giving 2 weeks at a time to try to give some flexibility there, but...
I mean, if I could plan my games a week before, it would be fine, but we only learned about our opponents like Monday morning, basically. So it's a little too hard. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, good luck to you and your team going forward.
Thanks.
Jesse, do you have anything?
I think you've covered it quite well today, Drowsy. Really not a lot to go over. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm certainly looking forward to the next 2 games between these teams and possibly a 5th.
Agreed.
But yeah, I think that's it, and we should wrap. Let's see if we've got channels for the matches tonight. There are a
We
couple
do.
for tonight.
We have 2 races at 9:10 p.m. tonight on SpeedGaming 4. It's going to be Game 3 of Kabuki Hundo Activist Department and Aga's Backup Dancers. They're playing in Vroja, Norsk Maddie versus Breadcoon. Kabuki Hundo is currently up 2-0 in that series, so they're looking to close that series. Also at 9:10 p.m., we over on Speed Gaming 3, we've got the Farm Friends and the Crystal Roller Crew, Wind Fox versus Zafakil. That's going to be a Pseudo Boots Cross Keys matchup tonight. Farm Friends currently up 1-0 in that series after a race last night with Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna winning over IB Karma. Then at 2:10 a.m. Eastern Time on Speed Gaming, we've got Great Name Pending versus the Boing Boing Boingers, Top Life versus Tiso, and what mode is that one?
I want to say Kaz Boots. I can look it up quickly. No, they are power players, so they didn't put in the notes like they're supposed to. I guess I'll have to go check the Google Doc.
Yes, unfortunately, we don't know what the mode is for that one, but that is a power pendant matchup, once again at 2:10 a.m. Eastern Time on Speed Gaming. Unfortunately, there are no invitational races on the schedule right now in the next couple of days. The only one that is on the schedule is not until Saturday.
Well, 6 of the 8 series there have already wrapped, so
Yeah.
we just have a couple of Game 5s, and then next week for the next round.
So Saturday on Christmas Eve at 2:10 p.m. Eastern Time is Tile Roomies versus Last Locationeers in Game 5. That's going to be RD Walsh and Kappa versus Zen Arcane and Scottish Brave. We do not have any assigned channels yet for that one, with it being so far out, but do keep your eyes open for it. We'll definitely be having that one on a restream, I would imagine, because who wants to miss Game 5?
Oh, and I have found out that 2 a.m. race is going to be swordless.
Oh, joy.
So, yeah, that's what Tissot picked. So if you're up at that hour, if you're in Europe or West Coast or just a night owl, you'll get to see some swordless action.
Awesome.
But yeah, make sure to check out those races tonight. Give the Speed Gaming channels a follow here on Speed Gaming Prime, as well as Speed Gaming 2 through 7. Feels weird saying 7, but we've actually been using it.
Yeah, we have had a couple of things on 7 this season, so do not be surprised if it happens again.
Yeah.
I know you were saying that this is going to be a busy evening for this SG channel, so who knows, maybe they're breaking at it again.
Definitely. Well, I mean, the Open League races are already on 3 and 4, as we said, so yeah. But yeah, thanks again to our runners. Be sure to give them a follow. Thanks to our amazing tracker, Avalon, who is really on top of things here today. And yeah, always a pleasure, Jesse, to be able to work with you.
Yeah, it's been a while, Drosy. Had a lot of fun today. Thanks for hopping in.
My pleasure. And with that, we will give you a good afternoon, good evening, or good night wherever you are in the world.